Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Football Show with No Name. We are doing it on Tuesday now.
Fucking Tuesday.
We figured talking about free agency in fantasy would be helpful, so we decided to move it back a day so we can make sure to get in on that before the waiver wire. So with me, as always, you got Big Ferg over there in the top left, and Lauren in the Who Dat Nation, but really up south and up north in Ravens Nation. Down there at the bottom of the screen. How are you folks doing this evening?
I'm old and gray.
Yeah,
I'm getting the Raven experts analogy, so I can talk to it. Okay.
They are in trouble, but we can talk about that in a little while.
Yeah.
So it is. I don't know why it's so cold in my place, but it's cold.
It's hot as shit in my place.
And of course, I have my precious with me. And for we can talk a little
liquor.
We can tell. Yeah, I got. So I have my charger and my whiskey. So no need to go away from the computer for any reason whatsoever. So anyway, welcome in everybody. Let's. We got a lot to talk about. Good, the bad, the ugly. Let's start with some ugly and some bad, I guess. Injuries are on the forefront in real NFL football, and because we have some Bimageddons coming up in fantasy football, we have some serious issues. One of them being the injured reserve spots on your teams are probably full. So what do we do with that? So we'll get into some fantasy stuff later, but let's talk about some injuries. So we have some big ones, right? So we had Puka go down kind of early, try to come back, didn't look right.
And that dude, how many times have you seen him do? I've seen him go down a few times and then he comes back.
Bro, he's a
machine.
He is just a warrior. You know what I'm saying?
Like he is.
He plays through everything.
When he goes down, very few people do that. Like when he goes down, I don't start freaking out because he usually comes back.
Yep. And so he has had injury stuff over his career, but he plays through it until he cannot play through it anymore. So we got him, Garrett Wilson, who played most of the game, but apparently is hurt and probably going to be out a number of weeks. So that's going to hurt because he's been a target machine. And Justin Fields, yes, is terrible. We're going to talk about that game in a few minutes. And so then the one that really, really, really hurts, other than Puka, is Emeka Egbuka. Boy, we don't know what's going on there. He was just ruled out pretty immediately.
That dude's like a league winner too.
But I'll tell you what, though, like, I don't know why, but he was standing on the sideline with his helmet, like he was about to go in. He had his helmet on, like he was about to go in. So I don't know. They haven't put him on IR yet, as far as last time I saw. But man,
I didn't think they were going to.
And so hopefully that doesn't happen. But like we'll talk about this in a little bit too. Baker Mayfield just continues to get it done, no matter who he has. He's the new Tom Brady. Sacrilege, I know, but I'm sorry. I'm just as a not having receivers to throw to, but still having success. Bowers and Bucky are still hurt. We don't really know. Last thing I heard, and Ferg, you're more up on this than I. Last thing I heard, the Raiders organization said that it'd be better to keep him out until they're.
They're not winning shit. So and they're by week true. 9, I believe.
Yeah, I think they're week. I think they're 8 or 9.
No, they're week 8.
They're week 8. Okay. Yeah, I mean, so it probably
although Mike Meyer had a fucking crazy game without goddamn Bowers, though. So
well, I mean, Meyer's been good.
We're not jumping ahead for waivers. He's been good. He was a first round pick. Got bumped for a generational talent. So
yeah, I mean, he's one of those Notre Dame guys. You know what I'm saying? One of those Notre Dame tight ends that's always usually always good in the league. And so, but we had some really bad injuries. There are multiple other ones, but those are the ones that really, really hurt. And I'm sure that they affected some of you guys out there as well. And I know, Ferg, because you have so many leagues, I'm sure you have been affected by the injury bug this week. How are you faring?
Let's see. Without going too far down the list, I know the first 10 sleeper teams I have all took a L. Some of these teams scored like 80, 90 points because Puka went out. There was no Brock. I can admit I was a scared bitch to goddamn play Flacco coming off the trade. He goes for 2 touchdowns. So it was just a nasty, dirty fantasy type of week altogether. My week wasn't as bad week, but it was still bad though.
Well, and the player you have pictured behind us on the screen had a big week too. And I know nobody here had any stock in him, and Lauren, I know Lauren didn't. So, Lauren, how did you fare with your
injury? I'm trying to pick him up on the
injury
waiver wire this week. I'm trying to pick him up.
Say it ain't so.
Too late.
He's got a good matchup this week. He's got a good matchup.
Too late.
Lauren, say it ain't so. Say it ain't so.
I'm not that person. Like I'll take anybody if I need to. I'm not that bad.
I can't even trade for Flacco or Rodgers now. Like nobody will give them up.
That's so stupid. That's so stupid.
Flacco, they won't give up.
That's so stupid.
Are these super flex leagues?
Yeah.
I mean, most of us are Raz. Most of us are cooked. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I have a 6-0 team where one of my stars is Egbuka, and I don't know what's going to happen. That's what we build. That's what we build depth for. That's what we build depth for. And the two. I mean, what's his name? Taz Johnson. Is that the dude's name?
Yeah, Johnson and Cameron Johnson. Well, both Johnsons, I think. Cameron
Johnson
Taz
and Johnson.
Looking good to be that's just Baker is really having a fucking great season because who else is goddamn out here balling with their fourth and fifth and sixth wide receivers and got Cade Otton getting 7 catches a goddamn game.
He doesn't have anyone now, and they're all like unless they come back this week.
You know who you gotta say has something like that for is San Francisco. Even though they took the L this week, they've lost almost everybody that they had wide receiver wise.
They don't have Baker.
Yes.
Kendrick Bourne out here looking like Justin Jefferson.
But what I'm saying, Lauren, is that like they've been winning, but still without having any wide receivers.
Is less like I don't well, Mac Jones has been really good, but like I feel like the Bucs really you can explain.
Yeah.
Like that makes sense to me. Like
the 49ers have never not been good though when their quarterback went down. Like they have been down to we've seen 49ers at like running back 5 and he ends up being a top 10 running back that week. So I mean, like I said, you can say what you want about the 49ers. If Shanahan ever hits the free market, he's definitely going to be the highest paid coach in football. If he ever hits the free market.
He's gotten a lot of people paid, bro. He's gotten a lot of people paid.
Yeah, a lot of people got paid.
That is 100% for sure. He's got a lot of people paid.
I'm a little worried about them now, though, without Fred Warner. Shout out to Fred Warner.
Yeah, dislocated ankle. Right?
Yeah, he's done. He's done for the year.
Yeah, man. So, he looked like he was in good spirits. He's always one of those dudes you just root for. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
he's been hurt a couple of years in a row.
He really has. All right, so let's talk some real football. We'll get back to fantasy in a little bit. I want to start off with a Carolina guy. Yes, I'm a little biased. I am wearing the hoodie tonight. Drake May looks like he's the real deal. New England goes out there and puts it on the Saints. Sorry, Lauren, it was not as close as it was score wise. It didn't seem like
it had to.
But I mean, the kid can just play football, and I mean,
I do think this like they have now lost 4 games with 1 score, which I'd still like nobody's expect. I mean, we got Jalen Polk who's not coming back till next year. Like nobody thinks for a second this is supposed to be their like big year. So just keeping it within 1 score, I think is really. And Rattler's been playing really well.
Yeah. I mean, he looks composed, which is my thing is like this kid, like he looks so, pardon the pun, he looks so rattled to begin the year, and in his first couple starts, he just doesn't look that way anymore. He looks more calm and composed in the pocket, which is good. Now, if
I think he worked his ass off in the offseason.
I'm sure.
Everything I've read about, he wasn't.
When Shaheed and Jawan Johnson get traded next week, we'll see.
Oh, don't. That motherfucker is my ass of the week. Like he just got a big contract too. Like they just signed him. Yeah, for like 2 or 3 years. And this dude has dropped how many? He's done this 2 or 3 times now where he's dropped the tying score.
I get it.
Chris Olave,
I think he's not involved. When I watched the game, he wasn't involved in the game until you needed him to be involved. Like the dude was getting 11, 12 targets the first week or two. Taysom comes back. Taysom gets carry under center. They threw Moreau in there. They've been going down the field of Shaheed and Olave. They kind of forgot Juwan Johnson was the offense.
That's what I was saying.
Dropped a touchdown. This dude dropped a touchdown week 1.
But I'm just saying. I mean,
that's week 1 though. How many good weeks?
Some dudes play better because they're involved.
Right.
Like this is AJ Brown, Devontae Smith type shit.
Okay.
We're not involved. We don't give a fuck about what's going on in the game, especially a dude that has gotten paid on a shitty team. So,
but you got paid and you can't catch the ball. Like the fundamental.
I got paid. The checks cash whether I catch the ball or not. The checks still cash.
Okay. I mean,
so
if it's that simple, and I could just go stand out there but get paid millions. But the dude got a lot of money to catch balls, and he is not doing that.
Hey.
Yeah, I mean, so I think Drake May is for real, right? Like, and I know fantasy wise, he's been really good. So speaking of getting paid a lot to be on a shitty team, Dak Prescott continues to be really good for the Cowboys. For the Cowboys and for fantasy, even though they took an L somehow, some way, they went to Charlotte and lost.
Did you watch them play defense? They're terrible.
No, for sure.
I mean, but that kind of sucks because they got rid of their like big defensive star like beginning of the season. Question on Drake May though.
There's a picture going around of Dowdell running up the middle in a line in a hole that I could get 4 yards in.
Hey, look,
that hole was that big. Me and my one leg could get 4 yards in that hole.
Look, Ferg, they weren't buckled up, brother. They weren't buckled up. What are you gonna do?
Revenge game.
All right. So what were you saying about Drake May?
Perfect fantasy team.
Yeah, they are.
How much do you think Chicago hates themselves?
A lot. For what reason? Because they didn't draft Drake.
Yeah.
I mean, but like you know what's funny about Drake? You know what's funny about Drake is I think that like teams draft quarterback nowadays off athleticism, out of pure athleticism, right? Caleb Williams has that, right? Has that in spades, right? Drake May does too. But the problem with Drake May is he doesn't look like he does. You know what I mean?
He's like Tom Brady 2.0.
Like he doesn't look like he can run. He looks like he's tall and stiff because he's 6'5", 230. So he's like tall, right? He's a big kid. Yeah. And he's got some wheels. He just doesn't look it. You know what I'm saying? And perception is a lot.
It's fun watching him.
It is. Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to throw Drake May a parade yet because first of all, the AFC East is god fucking awful. It is god fucking awful.
You got to give Vrabel his
4 games against. You get games against the Jets and Miami. Buffalo is gonna sneeze like once, like they did the last 2 weeks, and then they're gonna run off like 7 in a row. We're gonna forget that they even went to goddamn Atlanta and lost a fucking game. Let the Pats have their moment. Like I said, if you're a Pats fan,
I think it's just a moment though. Like right now, they're number 1 in the division.
It's the East. It's the
I'm just saying. They're not the ones that lost 2 games in a row.
Right. So but we're god awful ass. The Jets are 0-6.
The Titans fired Mike Vrabel.
Yeah.
And now look at where they're at. See where they're sitting at? And like I'm a huge fan of his. I love Mike Vrabel.
And then they just fired Callahan too.
A lot of it has to do with Vrabel being up there too.
Yes, it did.
I don't know.
Well, okay, since
I'm not
going to
throw Drake May parade yet. Let's come back in 4 weeks and talk about Drake May.
All right. Well, I'm gonna write that down.
Well, and as you mentioned,
tell me what happened with
as you mentioned, Ferg, the Bills went down to the Falcons, and they let the Falcons dictate the pace in that game. They let them dictate everything. The way that game went, it was dictated by the. You know what? And it started, of course, like the first half that was had by the Falcons.
The first quarter.
It was
first quarter.
It was unbelievable. So Bijan first with the 81-yard
touchdown
run.
Really good.
Nobody was even close, right?
No.
Tyler Algiers looked like a fucking bowling ball.
Why is nobody trading for Tyler Algier?
Bruh, because he's the best backup running back in the NFL.
I fully expect him to be a Charger by next week.
Well, you know what, man? Like that would be smart. That would be smart. Even though Sassoon, he looked good. Kamani Vidal looked good, right?
He did look good for once.
Yeah,
but we know who he is now.
And we'll talk about that.
Algier has a 1,100-yard season under his belt.
But y'all, let's talk about something. Let's talk about something real for a second. So this division, this NFC South, we didn't think it was going to be competitive, and now all of a sudden, because the Panthers have won a couple straight games, it's competitive. And the Falcons
Atlanta
just is their defense for real?
This insane defense, yeah.
Atlanta
so their
is
defense
number
is
one in offense and number 2 in total defense in the whole league.
Yeah.
In case we forget to mention it later when we start talking about fantasy, you got to take a second look when you're talking about your big guys going against the Falcons defense, because they made Josh Allen look average,
pedestrian.
They did, and
all of his
3 and out after 3 and out.
James Cook looked bad, but now, in all fairness, Dalton Kincaid did miss, and he is a big part of their offense. But
I don't know everybody else.
I don't know if it's that much.
I don't even know if that would have mattered the way they played defense yesterday.
I don't think so either, man. And so the Falcons look like
their offense. Jesus, nobody can touch Bijan. Nobody.
But see, here's the problem though. That offense obviously lives and dies whether Michael Penix can complete a few passes early on in the game, because if he can't, they're shutting Bijan down because they're just stacking the box and they're going to sell as much as possible.
Right behind it,
what I liked last night when I finally watched the whole Falcons game was that you can bring a tight end to play running back to block for Penix, and you can split Bijan out wide. You can split him in the middle. Yeah. You can still put him in the backfield. If they can do that successfully every week, and they can get that kind of pass rush, it's going to be hard to beat.
And they got a home game. It's really good. I think they're basically playing off the Lions the way the Lions are doing it, and they're doing a really good job with it.
Man,
I know I'm supposed to hate them, but I actually really think it's cool that the Falcons are winning.
If Michael Penix stays consistent, you know what would make the Falcons great is a wide receiver like Mushin Muhammad. That would make the Falcons great if Michael Penix can stay consistent. Or like T. Higgins.
Drake
is
nasty.
No, he's great. I'm talking about.
You just reminded me of
I'm talking about to compliment Drake London. But I'll tell you one thing, y'all gonna laugh like crazy. Y'all gonna laugh like wild crazy. Because look, my fantasy league at my work. Let me tell you what happened. I was playing one of my managers, right, and he's got a pretty good team, and I was beating him by 35 on Monday night, and all he had was Drake London. All he had was Drake London. No. Drake London ended up with 31. But why did Drake London not end up with like 37?
Drake London should have ended up with 60.
Y'all saw what happened at the end of the first half and that game.
Well, I missed that. I don't
know what I was doing. So this dude had a 65-yard pass, and he was running he was going like the original plan for the Falcons.
He only wanted to get 5 yards
and get down to get in in the half. This dude saw an opening and took it. It's just like all down the sideline, and then he started to get pushed, and he jumped and leapt out of bounds. But the problem is his right foot was on the sideline. But he scored a touchdown, but they called it back.
I can't be mad for him.
So I won
when he turned around. He was wide open.
He was wide open.
He was wide the fuck open when he turned around.
I like the certain games with these long bombs like that. I like that when the Saints did it on Sunday too. Like that's nice. Go ahead and start it with that's like a very CJ Stroud thing.
What I think I saw earlier, I believe I saw that Drake London went for 150 and Bijan went for 187, and no one has done that in a game. No two teammates have done that in a game in like 30 years or something.
Yeah, Drake went for 187 and Bijan had like 150, right? But Bijan's on pace to have
Bijan also had like 70 yards receiving.
Yeah, he did.
He's on pace for 1,150 yards receiving. 1150.
I would love to have him in real football and in fantasy football. I don't have any.
For Atlanta,
so good. All right, so from a potentially young great quarterback, let's go to an old
to the old people bowl. Go to the old people bowl.
Let's talk about the Chiefs. Let's talk about that game yesterday.
Is Patrick old?
Yes.
Oh yeah,
we just assuming Patrick's old because they've been around for long.
No, he's been around for 10 years, right? Or 9 years.
He's only 30.
Yeah, so he's been around for 9 years.
Patrick will play like another 12 to 13 years, literally.
No, because Patrick puts.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about the man behind him.
Patrick does not protect his body like a Tom Brady or something to play until he's 40. Patrick
I
puts
don't know.
He
Patrick
does
runs
better
too
than
much.
some of the other guys.
No,
though.
but,
He
built
does-
like
but
a
he puts
dad.
himself in danger. That's all I'm saying.
He
He
does.
does.
Brady didn't put
I'm
himself.
surprised
Brady
he
didn't put
doesn't
himself in
play
danger.
It.
The number
No.
one priority for the Patriots when Brady was the quarterback is to make sure that they protected him,
Yeah.
right, and put him in a bubble. And Patrick Mahomes takes himself out of the bubble. He'll
Well,
play.
if
He'll
Patrick
play another
doesn't
5
run the
years
ball,
or so.
they don't win. I'm giving Patrick another 10.
That's true. He's their number one running back on the year. But this dude is the number one fantasy quarterback on the year.
We've been waiting for that for a long time.
The last 3 years, this kid has been
He's just,
QB2.
And you told me not to trade for him, Jeff.
I mean, why
Listen.
would you, Lauren?
Why would you?
I got him. And
History doesn't say that he's great.
No.
And when Lamar gets back, you'll find out that Lamar is still him.
I still got more
Lamar is
pieces than I
still
needed.
him.
Yeah. So we'll see when Lamar comes back, probably after their bye, which is
If the Chiefs'
kinda-
run game wasn't so
scary.
god awful, Patrick wouldn't be at 1.
Yeah,
Their
I
run
keep
game
hearing
is
about
god awful.
I
They're
don't
good in the
know.
red zone.
right now.
They're
Is
shitty
it-
between the 20s. They're shitty
So
between
I
the
don't-
20s, but they're
I
good
don't
in the
get
red.
that, right? Because Kareem Hunt finds the end zone, right? And Pacheco is not
Again,
good.
in the 20s, they're good. Between the 20s, they're
How-
ass.
How much are they giving Kareem Hunt the ball outside of the 20s? Or is it
Too
mainly
much.
Pacheco?
Too
Is it
much if
mainly
you drafted Pacheco. Too
right?
much if you
Okay.
drafted Pacheco.
Well, I mean, if you drafted Pacheco, chances are he's on the waiver wire at this moment. So I want to go back to the Bills real quick. I forgot to mention this on air. You guys know because we talked about this last night. They fucked up my parlay, and I was so mad because I had I had a 7-leg parlay for money lines, and the Bills were the last one. It's like that's the easiest one. That's the easiest. It's the clearest.
It's always a setup.
It's the clearest cut, most
It's
dominant
always a
pick of that
setup.
whole thing. And these boy.
How much would you want if they hit it?
So I bet 4 for 160. Right?
Josh looked like ass last night.
I should have
He did.
cashed out before the game. It gave me a cash out option of $85. I was
You should have took it.
I was like, nah,
You
the
shoulda
Bills
taken
got this. It's like Bills got this, and I get double. There's no way the Bills lose this fucking game. No way.
I'm gonna be honest. We play a lot of parlays and we do a lot of gambling.
Yeah.
When was the last parlay that you had that actually hit?
Yeah,
Not
I'm
we were
curious
mad
this 'cause
about
I
it.
just
It's
started
like, when was the
doing that.
last
Funny
one
you
that
should
actually
ask.
hit?
Funny you should ask. Let's roll that beautiful bean footage there, Ferg.
Yeah,
and
when
figure
was the last one you had
figure this out.
that hit that was worth hitting, not like a $10, $15, $20 hit. I'm like, at least
Yeah, I have a
three
lot
hits.
better luck
Okay,
with
at least
DFS
3.
lineups.
No, see, I play a lot of parlays. It's updating my Fanatics app because that's where I have my money. So that's where I'm. As soon as it updates, okay, here it goes. All right, so give me a second and I'll figure this out. So while we're waiting, let's talk about this Monday night game. Let's talk about the other Monday night game, the Bears and the Manders.
Well,
The
wait,
Bears
are we
look
going to
good.
talk about the incident in the Lions game? Do we have to talk about? Should we probably talk about the incident?
Let's do it.
Why?
Talk about
Because
it.
Juju got smacked in the mouth.
I bet he said something too. I bet he
He
said
did say
something.
something,
Hmm.
and he illegally
That-
blocked him earlier. The dude wasn't trying. He was listen. Like Dan Campbell said, I'm all for it. If he got a fine, he got a fine. Don't worry about it. Brian Bench will see you in 2 weeks. Don't even worry about it. He got.
I thought he
suspended
said he
one
was
game.
disgusted.
It was worth it.
He was disgusted or like.
I mean, he had to give the
All right,
goddamn
I have your
line.
answer.
He had to give the company line. Oh, we can't do that.
All right, I have
But he
your
was
answer,
happy.
Ferg.
Well, it's
I
okay.
have
What's
your
the
answer,
last
Ferg.
one you get?
Yeah.
On the same weekend. On the
Okay.
same weekend, I had 2. At the same weekend, I had 2. So one was $5 for 110, and it was
Okay.
anytime touchdown from Justin Jefferson, Aaron Jones, and Roma Dunze. Okay,
And not Aaron
so
Jones.
Justin Jefferson, Aaron
Can't
Jones,
be Aaron
and
Jones.
Roma
Can't be
Dunze.
Aaron Jones.
Aaron-
How
Aaron
old
Jones.
is
That's
that?
probably like week 1.
But
Aaron
December
Jones.
of last year.
No, and then I had this was
Oh, that was week
9-14.
1?
And so then
that's
I had a 5-leg parlay. It was the Patriots, Rams, Lions, Niners, and Bengals. That hit.
Damn. The Bengals won.
And then hold on. And then I did have a 3-leg parlay, an anytime touchdown of Amon-Ra, Cedric Tillman, and Jahmyr Gibbs.
Damn, Cedric Tillman ain't played in 3 weeks.
All right. So that was those are my last ones my last successful
7
parlay.
is pushing it. 7. The league is too scripted for 7, I believe.
Man, 7. Like I
It's too
almost had
scripted
it.
for 7.
I almost had it,
Scripted
bro.
for 7.
I think I've done.
I was gonna be so
happy.
happy.
Like I've hit 4 out of 6 weeks, but that's in like lineups. Just doing
We
lineups.
should just start dropping like 200 on like one game.
Okay, I'm down
Just
for that.
one fucking game and stop worrying about everybody.
I'm down for that.
Just one game.
You gotta
Let's do
be.
it. Let's do a show. Let's do a show bet every week. Come up with a show bet before we get off.
Let me look at the
that I'm holding on to.
So while Ferg's,
anytime
so
touchdown
Lauren,
when they play Atlanta.
Well, so we'll see what Ferg comes up with, Lauren. While he's doing that, let's you and I talk about this other Monday night game. So the Bears and the Commanders. So Caleb Williams looked good. Without Roma Dunze looking good. But DeAndre Swift, like, why did he look like a Pro Bowler?
We just needed him to not catch.
He just needed to get back with Ben Johnson.
Like, it was wild.
He just needed to get back with Ben Johnson.
Like, nobody's thinking that he was going to have a good fantasy game because he hasn't.
I wasn't worried about
but he hasn't
Kareem.
been good for.
I mean, DeAndre Swift, because I knew what he looked like.
He hasn't been good
looked like with Ben Johnson in Detroit. And I was just waiting for them to get it together. Get it together. If Caleb is completing short passes and they keep the sticks moving,
that's fair. But the offensive line is.
If they're always in second and long, third and long, they can't run the ball and then turn around and hand it to Swift on a fucking draw and think he's going to get 12, 13 yards. That's not going to happen.
This weekend's a revenge game for the Chicago Bears.
He's not that guy. He's not that guy. But why did Roma Dunze was not involved at all, or it didn't seem like he was? I think he had 5 targets, 3 catches for 30 yards or something like that. Like he wasn't involved at all for some reason. I'm not really sure. Maybe it was just a running game. Maybe it was just a DeAndre Swift get right game or something. I'm not really sure. But the Manders lost it in true Manders fashion, right? Yeah. Where they fumbled like Jayden fumbled, right? So it was
last year they won it on that technical. Well, they won it on a Hail Mary. So I mean, it kind of makes sense.
Well, I won't hold that against him because I mean that's a different coaching staff and shit like that. So.
Yeah, but it was still Caleb Williams, and Caleb Williams probably had that in the back of his mind because after that game, his season took a turn for the worst. So, I mean, he couldn't get past that game. But the Bears win on a walk-off field goal by Jake Moody, newly acquired San Francisco. What did I call him? A plump Mitch Trubisky last night. I don't know. This kid looked just like Mitch Trubisky, but a little bit thicker. You know what I mean?
All right.
So, Ferg, what have you?
This weekend, the Bears play the Saints.
Buffalo?
They play the Saints. So that's a revenge game because who is their Dennis Allen is the defensive coordinator in Chicago. And all I keep hearing is they're not going to I don't know.
I don't know. You want to go safe or you want to goddamn go show bet?
Oh no, we can do the show bet.
No, so I think you should do like if we're doing a parlay, what's 3 to 5 legs, right? So if you're doing 3, I think you should do 2 safe and 1 kind of risky. You know what I mean?
Okay. Well, here's the risky. How about Cincinnati on the money line? Is that risky enough for
you?
Who
are they playing? Who's
Pittsburgh?
Who's Natty playing?
Oh no, I don't.
Oh yeah,
Jeff Flacco.
At home, Cincy at home.
Yeah,
on a Thursday night.
I say yeah, bro.
I don't know though. Joe against.
I say.
All right, here's one.
I like
here's one straight from Fanatics. I was looking at this one. I kind of like it.
Cincinnati's a plus 215.
Aaron Rodgers for 200+ yards. DK Metcalf anytime touchdown.
Ooh.
Jalen Warren 50 yards.
He's gonna have to be.
Flacco 225. Yeah. Chase anytime touchdown.
Ooh.
And then I think the key is T. Higgins getting 60 yards. $10 pays $385.
I think that's a really good deal. I would put 5 on it. And
I'm more worried about T. Higgins getting 60 yards.
I'm worried about the Flacco at 225. That's a lot of yards.
It is a lot of yards.
That's a lot. You know what I've seen this year? Like I've seen since I've started betting on NFL, I've noticed that I didn't think that 225 yards is a big number.
I did.
this
Till
year.
I watched
last year.
Bryce Young
I
go for
didn't
like
think it was a big number.
199 4 weeks in a row. Like I
Dude,
didn't think 225 was shit.
And Joe going out there last week, I think Flacco threw for 175.
But
Yeah,
he had
but
I mean,
two
what are you
what are
throwing
you going to do
to?
with that?
2 tutties.
Yeah.
What are you going to do with that? But what are you going to do with that? Like, so you're putting the line at 225. I mean, they put the line at 225. When's the last time Flacco threw for 225 yards?
Well,
serious
when he
question,
got traded, I
because-
told you, I said Flacco
Let's see.
is always gonna have one game where he looks like Montana, Marino, somebody. Now it might fall apart after that, but the
bro,
Cincinnati line actually held up kind of
Can y'all see
decently.
this? Okay, y'all can see this. Check this out. Look who they have at the quarterback position up top for the Bengals.
Jake
Ugh.
the Snake. Jake the Snake.
Is he playing?
I don't think so.
I wouldn't put that shit in there. Then if
I
he's
wouldn't let him
playing.
play.
I don't
He's
think
ass.
he's playing.
He's ass
Why
cheeks.
would he play? Like
I like the
understand why.
Patriots. The Patriots are in Tennessee. That's a good. I love revenge games. That's a fun revenge game.
The Patriots are definitely going to win that game.
Yeah.
Like I don't think
Okay.
Tennessee.
I don't know.
I don't think Tennessee will win another game this year. All right. So the game line
Well,
for
how many
Flacco.
times does that happen where like the number one team, like, but they potentially are going to go into next year as the number one pick again? I'm like curious how many times that happens because like they
Fair.
are absolute.
If you pick one
know.
again next year, though, you trade that pick for a shitload of picks, and you try to take maybe
Shitload of picks.
Ruben Bain or somebody at like
Defensive
3 or 4.
players.
You don't go over 3
yeah.
or 4.
Unreal. Yeah.
You take
Guess they don't have
Bain or
any
you take
wide
Downs
receivers,
from
really.
Ohio State. You take the safety from Ohio State,
right.
one of those guys, and go from there.
So look, I have this answer. So week 1 at Cleveland, Flacco, 290.
Where did he go again? See?
290. Hold on. Jacksonville next week, 199, 142, 184, 219 against Green Bay.
He's played.
So
What did he get the first time he played them?
Against Green Bay? I mean, against Cincinnati?
Let's see.
No, he played
had
Green Bay twice already
290.
this year.
I think
He has played Green Bay twice.
Cleveland played Cincinnati already this year too, though, didn't he?
Yes, but you know what? It's only showing me Cincinnati's schedule, which is weird.
Let's see.
Yeah, he beat the Pack, so that was interesting.
He's got 1,034 yards, 4 touchdowns, 6 picks this year. Flacco.
I saw a thing that
They played the
that he's
Bengals first week of the year. Well, they haven't played the Steelers, so
No.
yeah, they haven't played the Steelers.
So the
this year.
let's talk about that for a second. Mike Tomlin is still getting it done, right? He hasn't had a losing season since he's been in Pittsburgh. They're 4-1 this year with a suspect defense. Wilmington's own Highsmith, who's one of their starting linebackers, went to Ashley High School, represent Wilmington.
Shout out to
Carolina.
homegirl
It's hurt. Yeah, he's hurt and hasn't played for a while, and he's one of the cornerstones of their defense. But they have been playing better of late, and Aaron Rodgers has been playing good, and DK Metcalf looks like he's still eating the shittiest food and still the biggest fucking human you'll ever see. Like,
yeah, he's done a really good job.
Like that kid's. Yeah, and I think Ferg, are you taking that bet for the show? They're going to throw 5 on it.
I've already taken it. I have put it in, and it's been taken.
All right, perfect, great, because I like DK, and I like that bet. So I just paused at the Joe Flacco, but hopefully we won't have any issues with that. But anyway, all right. So Thursday night game this week, you got what we were just talking about: Steelers and Bengals. It is a division rivalry. You have Aaron Rodgers against Joe Flacco. I mean, what is this? 2009. Are we out here playing football in 2000 in 2009?
Old. Oh, we're getting to like Brady Breeze type old now.
What is happening?
Number 9.
You know what's fucked up, Ferg? Is Brady Rodgers was old.
Be like the second oldest
talk
game.
about last Thursday night's game? Because I just want to go on record that Cam Scattergoo is going to have brain damage.
He already does. I'm sure he already does. All right, I'm sure
I
that
just want to
kid
go on record
is
and say
like
that
he
I took
is
the,
because
remember
he has
that I
brain
took the
damage.
Giants.
You did
I
pick
just
the
want to go on
Giants.
record and remember that I took the Giants last
You
week.
did.
You did. It's they played really well. I wish the commish was here so he could talk about
I would
how
love to know what Commish thinks about.
Oh, I'm sure he's super, super unexcited because that is his demeanor about
afraid
his
to
fucking football. Yep.
Yeah.
Ferg knows what I'm
Someone
talking
jinxed
about.
it.
I've talked to him.
Commish, if
He
you're
was
listening,
mildly happy. He was holding it in.
He's because he doesn't want to
happy.
jinx it. He's like he doesn't want to have his heart broken, so he can't put it all out there. I get it.
So
He's been heartbroken too many times.
Scattaboo reminds me of a faster Mike Allstott, right? So like I hope he has
Peyton Hillis.
Okay.
He doesn't want to though. Like in all seriousness, like that kid's not gonna have a very long career. Like I get
I'm playing like he does. No.
I need to headbutt everybody else on.
So the two oldest are Brady Breeze in 20. Brady was 43. Breeze is 41. The second oldest will be Thursday. Rodgers at 41. Flacco at 40.
Dude, that's what I was saying, man. Even Rodgers and Brady would have been old, bro.
Because
like,
Brady Breeze played twice in the same year.
Because he was at Tampa Bay.
They didn't change. Yeah, they didn't change ages. They were 43 and 41. So this will technically be the second oldest matchup.
Oh man.
I bet Tom Brady could still play too.
Before we get to the Thursday night matchup, because what we have 36 minutes. Oh, we got plenty of time. Before we get to the Thursday night matchup, can we go to the first game of the week? That was not Thursday. So the first game on Sunday.
Oh,
Jets Broncos at Wembley. I don't know.
What did I say? I'd rather have a root canal than watch that game again. That game was
why do we wake up to watch this game? So first of all,
I didn't.
First of all,
I did.
You expect Bo Nix to be better.
Yeah.
Better.
Right? Because of how he's been, you expect him to be better, right?
Yeah.
And Cortland Sutton having one catch for 7 yards.
Oh my God, Mason Taylor.
Unexplainable. Okay. Like it doesn't make any sense why that offense did not 13-11. Come on.
It's like
middle school football
for some reason. I don't know what the punishment is, but
you know what the big news that we can talk about from that is what happened at halftime. What happened 3 minutes or so leading into halftime, because I don't know if even Aaron Glenn knew what was going on. He had a smile on his face the whole time. And I like Aaron Glenn. I think he's a great defensive coordinator. I don't know how good of a head coach he is. I guess we'll find out. But that whole thing where they weren't calling a timeout, they weren't hurrying at all to run a play, they weren't trying to score. They were trying
Garrett Wilson has to be happy to be hurt.
Dude, what they were trying to do is they were trying to not let Denver get the ball.
That's retarded.
Right? It's like they're not. It's like it reminds me of Carolina basketball when we're really, really good and we play really well and we're up by 20 and then we stop trying to score and run possession and like we end up losing. It's why. Why do you want your team? Why do you play scared? Why do you play not to lose?
Aaron Glenn coaches like somebody that's about to get fired. And he just got this job.
Okay, but hold on though. He didn't pick. I don't think he picked Justin Fields, did he?
It doesn't matter.
No, but it does because if he comes into,
but he took the job knowing they had just signed Justin Fields.
Quarterback's his problem.
Big money. He took the job knowing they had just signed Justin Fields, though.
But see, Lauren, I don't know if Justin Fields is a problem or not, because like if you look at look at his fantasy stats. Just look at his fantasy stats. I'm not talking about real football.
Yeah,
look at his fantasy stats real quick. And I'm not saying he's great for real football because he's not great for real football, right? Like, but he is better than some.
He's better than 45 yards.
No, he's good for fantasy because
he runs.
45 yards he threw for.
Ferg, I get
17 you can't throw pass attempts.
You can't throw
ran
for 45
for more yards than he threw.
He sucks.
You can't throw for
I think
45
we need to stop the Justin Fields experience. Like,
I
don't know.
To go to Tyrod?
I would, but I don't know what they're going to do next year. Like,
all right. So the podcast,
I feel bad for Aaron
this week, Ferg said, why doesn't he just do like a Terrell Pryor? Why doesn't he go play like Ronald Curry? Go play wide receiver for the fucking Raiders, right? You know what I'm saying? They'll accept you. They'll accept you with open arms, right? Or go play with a running back somewhere because he's got the same body as Reggie Bush, right? Less biceps, but the same body, tight as Reggie Bush.
He really should. Or you know what? I bet you could put him. I don't know how well he would do it because I'm biased, but put him in a Taysom Hill role.
I mean, they can really walk away from Justin Fields though. He signed for 2 years, 40, and he got 30 up front.
Yep.
So they can eat 10 mil and walk away from
it.
They can eat it. They're picking.
Really
they're picking.
Well, do they lose Breece Hall before next month?
So they don't want Breece Hall there.
So they could potentially.
They keep acting like they don't want Breece Hall, and I
really need him to go to somewhere else, like Kansas City. I don't even care.
The most important thing about that whole situation, let's be real, is Breece Hall not feeling like Breece Hall is welcome there, right? Because that's gonna kill almost anybody.
If you watch him play, him play, he's a very talented man, and I don't understand why you want to suck more than you already do.
Yeah, I get it.
It's unbelievable. So put him anywhere.
Put him anywhere. To the Cowboys, but since Javonte is decent,
no, put him in Kansas City.
How about Breece to the Chiefs?
Kansas City is a great place.
I don't hate that. I don't hate that.
He can catch passes out of the back. Yeah, no, that's a good place.
I don't want Breece to go to the Chargers because then you have a Omarion Breece thing.
Oh yeah,
no. Breece to the Chiefs. He's the unquestioned one.
Yep.
And I think the Chiefs just keep right on trucking.
And they win the Super Bowl.
And do what we think that they're going to do every year anyway.
If they pick him up, that's. I mean, you elevate your game right there, picking him up.
I think it would be so. It would.
I heard that they called New Orleans, but I told you this last year. My man is retiring a Saint.
Nobody wants
Kamara. Oh, for sure, he's not going anywhere.
Last year, Jeff was arguing with me about it. I said, "Listen, he's not good. He is the face of the franchise." Mickey Lou was straight up asking.
He must be getting blown off in New Orleans every day because I don't know why you want to stay in New Orleans when you could have took the starting job in a million other teams.
Well, dude, like the Clayton Kershaw. He's like the Clayton Kershaw of football. It's the city.
But they've won. The Dodgers have won.
That's why Jordan Cameron or Cam Jordan won't leave. I mean, he is like the king of New Orleans, but I think it's also there's a lot of pride in the city, and that's where he's been the whole time. He is a mentor to everybody. I heard that he used to grab on the garbage trucks and ride around, help them pick up the garbage in the city. This dude
don't write the checks.
Hey man, let's be honest.
They asked him. He said no.
At that point in both of their careers, they don't need the checks, my dude. You know what I mean?
I don't know.
So you deserve to retire.
You always need the check.
I mean, you always need the check unless
He's got
you
a
decide.
whole clothing line now too.
All right, so let's talk about this. Let's talk about this Thursday night game real quick. We started to get into it. The Steelers Bengals. So we got a division rivalry. It's at the Bengals. It is a 43.5 point line with the Steelers being a 5.5 point favorite at Cincinnati. So that just kind of tells you where the state of they are.
They had more DK Metcalf for this game. Jesus.
I mean, because Cincinnati cannot stop anybody. And I mean, Jamar Chase did come back last week with Joe Flacco. I mean, that's fair.
Higgins came back for a moment.
That's fair.
Back for a moment.
Yep, he almost had a touchdown.
It's Flacco.
It was just one amazing catch. It's enough to get the points. I
know enough about watching Joe Flacco to know he will fling that bitch.
Speaking of coming back, Brian Thomas Jr., I apologize. Thank you for not being injured anymore. That dude, it's much easier to win leagues when your first round pick plays like that.
You knew it because you wouldn't trade him to me anyway.
Yep.
I told you I'll take him everywhere you got him. I'll take him.
I have a lot of him.
We'll definitely talk about Brian Thomas here in a few seconds because he definitely helped some teams out finally this weekend. But this game is going to be another, Thursday night game like we've come to expect, I think.
Yeah.
So low scoring, bad football.
You think it's low scoring, or do you think Aaron Rodgers showboats?
I say 27-24.
You think? I feel like if you're gonna air it out,
I mean it's fair. I just feeling more 17-10ish, and so it really sucks. But
when do you think Aaron Rodgers comes out of the game and they put
if Jake Browning was playing, I'd go 10-9, but because it's Flacco, I'm gonna say 27.
Yeah, so they'll throw the ball
And then the Flacco
combined.
experiment ends.
They'll throw the ball a combined 80 times tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Or Thursday night, and it will be a throw fest. There's gonna be a lot of picks. There's gonna be a lot of catches. There's gonna be some touchdowns. I think maybe I don't know.
Put Mason
Like,
Rudolph in the lineup.
look,
I guarantee Mason Rudolph's coming in.
We need DK to score a touchdown. We definitely need
DK will
score
score
a touchdown.
DK will score, and Jalen Warren will score. After that, I'm out.
Oh, I'm gonna take Jonnu Smith. I love watching
I mean, look, I have him on one of my fantasy teams by necessity. You know, I mean,
by necessity.
By necessities. So anyway, we won't spend too much time talking about this game because it's going to be boring and the line's terrible, and it's just. I mean, I don't know. I'm not excited about watching.
What's a good game besides the Monday night game? What you think? Is it Monday or Sunday? Is it Tampa Bay
next
Detroit?
week?
Is Monday or Sunday?
Yeah, I think that's next week. Let's see. No, that's there's actually 2 games on Monday. There's 2 games on Monday.
Lions. I'm excited for that.
Yeah, Texans, Seahawks, Bucks, and Lions. Sunday night game is Falcons, Niners.
Yes.
So there's some good games coming up this week. Hopefully it can make up for what I assume is just not going to be a very good game tomorrow. All right.
No.
So now let's talk about some fantasy. Obviously, there's a lot of stuff, but let's talk about some options. And to pick up because of all these injuries. So there's when you depending on what kind of league you're in, if you're in a competitive league like we are all in, then it's really waiver wire is thin. People all listen to the same shows. We talk to each other. We know each other's thinking. Like in Ferg and I's case, because we've been in the same leagues for 20 plus years together, we kind of know what each other is looking for and kind of what they're going to do. And if I need something, Ferg might pick them up just to keep me from getting
running
them.
back.
That's fair. And it's fair, right? And it should. That's the way it should be done.
You're probably fucked right now. Because I have a lot of Marion Hampton. I didn't go RB0. He was my third running back off the board. But I have a lot of leagues where both of my running backs are on IR.
Yeah. So let's
in
talk
the show
about
league. I have all my guys are on IR.
Actually, I think Clint and I have to dance this week. Clint and I dance in Hoofnagel this week, though.
We do dance in Hoofy this week without Puka Nakua or Garrett Wilson. We're dancing.
Is he not going to play?
Well, don't feel bad. I'm starting Tajay Spears at running back. That's how
I love it.
It has got.
Hey, Ferg, you want to hear something funny? I went and looked on the waiver wire for Tajay Spears today in Hoofnagel just because. Okay, anyway. So let's talk about some waiver wire things that are available. Let's start with wide receivers since we got hit mostly with wide receiver with Garrett and Puka. As Lauren exclaimed a second ago, we don't really know for sure that Puka's not playing. He is questionable. I need him to play too because he is the number 1 wide receiver in football this year. George Pickens slowly, maybe not so slowly, closing the gap, and maybe my savior against Ferg and Hoofnagel. But with some wide receiving options that are out there that are not rostered in too many leagues, right? You have Marvin Mims, right? So you got to trust Bo Nix, and they play the Giants this week. Which has not been too great against the wide receiver. They are the 6th best matchup for wide receivers. Then you go a little bit further down the list, and Rashee Rice is coming back this week, right?
Yes, sir.
And so it's does Hollywood serve a purpose still? Because he should be their second wide receiver.
He's a fade.
Right?
He's a fade.
But he should be their second wide receiver. But if in a pinch, if you need somebody, what better person to pick up than the number 2 for the number 1 quarterback in fantasy, right? You have to trust it.
There are some, depending on what league you play in, there are some good dudes. I'm just looking through the Yahoo leagues, and it shocks me that Josh Downs is only owned in 50% of leagues.
Are not widely owned. The Patriots
that's
receivers
crazy.
I would target.
Yeah. I mean, Josh Downs, but he's real quick, Lauren, about the Josh Downs thing. He's just not been. He's not been great.
Oh, God. I have him in a lot of leagues.
He's not getting enough targets.
Right, but he did score last week. He did get some targets last week. And so, Lauren, what were you saying again?
Oh, the Patriots receivers Pop Douglas.
Oh, the Patriots. So, Kayshon Boutte and DeMario. Yeah, so I mean, they're good, but you never know which one is getting the targets that week. I mean, so it's really tough because Drake,
It's
like,
true.
he doesn't have a
But
favorite. I
didn't
mean,
they both
if you could say he has a
allow
favorite,
points?
it's Stephon Diggs right now,
I think
Yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah.
ride the
right?
Kayshawn
But
train.
Kendrick
I
Bourne.
mean,
I
yeah,
don't know
you
if
have
Ricky
to
Pearsall's out again, but like
with
I hope
Stephon
Ricky's
Diggs,
not
he
out
is. He's
again.
still Ricky Pearsall's still out. Ricky Pearsall's still out. But let me tell you somebody that has been playing really well, has been getting a lot of targets, and has had two touchdowns, I think, so far this year, which is two more than a lot of people that are your favorites. Is De'Ami Brown.
Mhm.
So he has been a favorite target for Trevor Lawrence for Sunshine. He's been a
Parker
favorite target.
Washington too.
He's been a favorite target for Sunshine, and he looks for him in the end zone. And not only does he look for him on fade routes because De'Ami's fast and he can jump and he's got great hands, but he also looks for him across the middle. He had 2 targets in the end zone across the middle last week. I don't think he came up with either one of them, but he looks for him there.
Yeah.
Right. He looks for him there. And I think that if you're trying to stream wide receivers for a couple weeks because people are hurt, your injury bug, and as we talked about in the beginning of the show, like everybody's IR spots are full. Everybody's.
Oh yeah.
Everybody's.
It's
you
unbelievable.
Look at any team in your league, their IR spot is full.
And then
it's wild.
oddly,
Even on the
Matthew
good teams.
Golden is available in a lot of I wouldn't say a lot of leagues, but like
Yep. And we talked about that a few weeks ago. You know?
Yeah.
So and then Kendrick Bourne, like to Ferg's point, out there getting 100-yard games. And it's rostered in 36% of leagues. 36%.
Yeah.
I mean, his time is short-lived, but that's fantasy. You gotta run the waiver wire. You gotta be able to work the wire.
Yeah. Especially this week it's Bills Ravens, and then is next week fine again? I think.
All right, yeah, you got next. It's 8 and 9. Okay, so also a deep cut that y'all might like, y'all might hate. Okay, so because Marvin Harrison Jr. was in concussion protocol, we still don't know if he's clear for concussion protocol. If Marvin Harrison Jr. doesn't play, Michael Wilson is a great pickup streaming for 1 week. Jacoby Brissett looked really good. Jacoby Brissett had what, 290? So Jacoby
I heard somebody saying
another dude I picked up and didn't play.
Right, but so this dude he can play, he can sling the ball, he's a vet, so it's like, you want to if you're looking for somebody to stream for a week, that's kind of what you're looking for, right?
I'll give you a deep cut. We'll go deep.
Let's
do a deep cut. In honor of Winston-Salem State's homecoming and one of their great receivers of all time, Arondé Getz. And how about we go Arondé Getz in the second for the Chargers? Tight end for the Chargers. All-American last year.
Great pickup.
Went 6 of 8 for 68 yards. I believe he led the Chargers in receiving this week. I think even in Yahoo, even in like a terrible Yahoo league, I mean, he still scored 10, 11 points?
Yeah, so, I mean, very serviceable, very good for a tight end.
Yeah, if we're going deep cut and you're on a bye week, you don't have Andrews this week, who has been shockingly great for the season. If you lost somebody to injury, Gaston would be a decent plug and play.
Hey, Lauren, can you check the buys this week? Can you check on that while you're on there?
So this week or next week?
This week, coming this
Bills
week.
Ravens.
So
Bills
Ravens. All right, so just Bills and Ravens. So you're without whoever played for the Ravens if you, for some odd reason,
that kid Harold Fannin Jr. is
I mean, you still got to start Derek
Huntley,
no matter what. You still start Derek, so you're probably missing somebody.
So you got Josh Allen off, and yeah, but for sure. But if we're talking quarterbacks, who is rostered 36% of y'all? 36%.
Who'd you say? Because you froze up.
We lost you for a hot second. Who's only in 36%?
You're frozen. Yeah, we all froze up.
I believe we're all talking to each other in different time zones.
I think so. It's
space
kind of
and
weird.
Time here.
Are you hearing me live?
I do.
I think I'm hearing you live.
I do.
That's weird.
We was in the Earth 616 for a few seconds.
Are y'all there?
We are
Yep.
here.
Now we're
Clint.
here.
Technical difficulties.
We're all back.
Who's at
Hello.
36%?
Who's the 36% quarterback? Let's rewind for 2 seconds. And maybe Clint can't hear us. Let's see. I'll find it. Maybe he'll pop back in.
So I was looking
while
at
I'm
tight
doing
ends,
it.
and it was Harold Fannin.
We can hear you, sir.
Yeah, I like
let's
that
do
kid
this
this
right
week. He's playing your
quick.
boys this week, Jeff. Harold Fannin
Okay.
Jr.
I'm back. I don't know
Browns,
what happened.
Dolphins. You are back. We could
Yep.
hear you. We're glad you didn't say any racist
He froze
sexist
up
shit
again, I
while we
think.
were on pros. It's because he didn't have enough liquor today. That's what it is. He didn't drink enough today. That's why his Wi-Fi is acting
It's
up.
weird because you're moving all slow, but like it's like Matrix.
I'm still here.
I don't know what's going on. My internet looks like it's fine.
We can hear you. You can't hear us?
Good. I'm glad you're still there. All right. So
Yeah,
what
okay.
did I miss? Yep, I can. What did I miss?
We were trying to figure out
we were
who the
waiting to hear
36
you were talking about the 36% guy was. And now he's gone again. We're just going to dump him and go off the rails in a second here.
All right, let me see if I can't find who's 36%.
I will find out who it is. It's got to be somebody like
Aaron Rodgers is only 14% in ESPN leagues.
That's crazy.
Trevor Lawrence 37. Dylan Gabriel 2. You know what? Dylan Gabriel might not be a bad DraftKings. No offense to your boys, but like he's probably cheap as dirt on DraftKings.
He's going to get hurt this week. The goal is Dylan Gabriel gets hurt and then Shador gets in.
My God. I feel like
Finally
they
get
just
Shador.
they should just trade that kid. Like just trade him somewhere else and let him play. There's enough people that need quarterbacks right now. Like just trade him. Like why are you keeping him?
Who, Shador?
Yeah, they still got Kenny Pickett, don't they?
But it's all right. Because Stefanski's going to get fired at the end of this year anyway, and then Shador will be the starter.
But it's like
year, so.
There's so many people that like. First of all, why did Cincinnati not go for it?
Because Cincinnati's ass.
So they go for Joe over Shador.
Listen, Clint, are you
Shador
back
would
with
have been
us?
fun to watch this.
I'm here.
I mean,
Okay.
you get hurt with that O line, but
it's Shador's attitude that keeps him from playing anything.
yeah.
I mean, again, you took a dude that should have went first or second in the draft. You knew what you were taking when you took him. It's Deion Sanders' fucking son.
Yeah,
like,
you ain't wrong.
Yeah.
All right, so who I was talking about in 36% of leagues, because I know that's what you said before I had to go. Sam Darnold.
Oh, I picked him
right.
up.
Okay,
He's
I'm
my
shocked
starter.
Yeah. So I mean, this dude, all he does like 4,900 yards last year or whatever, and he's playing good, and Seattle's playing well, and without necessarily a consistent running game. But like Sam, because I'm not a proponent of Sam Darnold, but
I'm not.
People just have to leave the Jets to be good, I guess, or leave the Panthers to be good, or both.
The number of Sam Darnold trades I turned down now and have lost Lamar just makes me sick.
So, can I tell you? And I think I told you guys this. And I'm being petty McGee in this one league, right? Because this dude, I said, hey, does anybody need a running back? I have too many, right? This was it's in a super flex league. So 2 quarterbacks, 2 wide receivers, 2 running backs, no flex, right? Like no regular flex, right? So I had like Amarion and Genty and CMC and Javante and stuff. So I'm like, and so this dude has Lamar, like the last place dude, 0-5. He was like, yeah, I definitely need a running back. I'm like, okay, dope, right? So I look at his team and all I see is Lamar. That's all I want. I don't want anybody else. I just want Lamar.
Yeah.
And I said, okay. I said, I'll give you either Ashton Genty or Marion Hampton, one of the two. And I will give you Brock Purdy and Mac Jones, right? So you can play whoever for Lamar. Brock Purdy, Mac Jones, and Ashton Genty. He was like, Lamar's off the table. I was like, just
what?
Relax.
I wouldn't take that.
I said, relax for a second. I said, why don't you look at Mac Jones? I said, why don't you look at Mac Jones and Brock Purdy's stats? He said, I don't need to. Lamar's off the table. I'm like, hold on a second. before you get
Is this a
reckless.
redraft league?
Yes, it's a redraft league. I was like, okay, before you get reckless, I said the first week Brock Purdy scored 30. The next week Mac Jones scored 30. The next week Mac Jones scored 40. The next week Brock Purdy scored 40.
Why would you give that up?
Because I wanted Lamar. My team is unstoppable, and if I had Lamar, it would be even better.
So this
but right now,
league,
do you know who my three quarterbacks?
This whole drafting quarterbacks first in Superflex leagues, because any league where I drafted a quarterback first, it's losing. The league where I didn't draft
I drafted Joe Burrow first in this league.
I mean, if you took Burrow, you're probably hurting.
I have Burrow.
I drafted Joe. I drafted Burrow and Brock Purdy. Those are Brock Purdy and Joe Burrow, my two QBs, and I drafted Burrow 5th.
I have some teams that don't even have
my two QBs. But hold on, my two QBs are now Brock Purdy / Mac Jones and Daniel Jones. Those are my two QBs in this league, and I'm unstoppable.
So my 6-0 team,
he wouldn't trade me.
I picked Puka. It's Dynasty. I picked Superflex Dynasty. I picked Puka, or no, Jahmyr Gibbs, Puka, James Cook. Then I took I think Breece Hall might have been next. I got Matthew Golden, Ricky Pearsall, Mike Evans, Jared Goff, and Daniel Jones.
I mean, it just depends on, like I said, if the
just the running back situation.
You're good. Like I have teams that
I had Kamara. I traded him too.
Teams that have Bucky, CD, Joe Burrow, Brock Purdy on them. Like I'm dying here. Like eventually it's going to be too late to get back in it.
Yeah, I abandoned
some of
our.
Yeah, too late.
Yeah,
I abandoned our keeper league.
Yeah,
like, I was get that.
So look, Ferg, I don't know if you've noticed, I have quietly gone 6-0 in Lucky 13. Right?
Have you?
I don't know if you've seen this. 6-0, and my roster does. Okay, let's listen to this, Lauren. So this is my starting roster for this week: Drake May, JSN, George Pickens, Jahmyr Gibbs, Jalen Warren, Zach Ertz, Jalen Waddle. Right, then I have Cleveland defense. Right on the bench, Emeka Egbuka hurt, Brock Bowers hurt, Bucky Irving hurt, Marvin Harris. Yes, but
it is.
But it's it's a league we've been in for 20 years. So it's just like everybody knows what they're doing. And it's like, I don't know how it's Drake May and JSN and George Pickens and Emeka Egbuka that were doing it. Like when Emeka Egbuka, boy, I know you are.
Yeah, in that league I have a hurt Lamar. Devontae Smith has done nothing all year. And I mean,
he does have your boy, Lauren. He does have Rashid Shaheed, though.
Shaheed has basically been the high point of my receiver. So that's
not good.
So that tells you I'm 3-3.
That's not good because I didn't realize that they were going to slow burn. They were literally going to go, okay, we're just going to do like dump passes week 1. They really didn't let it rip until week 4.
This is a league that you can win at 7-7.
Yeah,
because I think the last time I won, I was 7-7 or something like that.
Yeah, because
you just gotta get in.
Because 18s go to the playoffs.
Yeah, you just gotta
go to the playoffs. But he does have Drake London. So in all fairness, he does have Drake London on that team. He's got Travis Etienne, Kenneth Walker, and then Hurt. I mean, on the
Myers hasn't done shit this year.
No, Jacoby has been terrible.
I got Wandale. I was able to sneak Wandale in there. So we're hoping to turn it around here.
Yeah. And Travis and Etienne has been really good. Etienne's been really good for you. So let's not push it past. Etienne's been really good. So, but so let's get back to waivers real quick because we need to get out of here because we've been on a little too long. So if we're talking running backs, because we haven't talked about really running backs that we can pick up, rostered in less than 50% of leagues or so, we go back to who we talked about earlier. Tyler Algier is rostered in 35% of fantasy leagues. Y'all, this has to be fixed. This has to be fixed, right?
I like Jaden Spears stashed.
Yeah, Jaden Blue for a stash if you're in a deep league. Absolutely.
You know what?
Woody Marks is only 50%. 50%.
Yeah, but we'll see. I still don't trust it. See, I was going there too. 34% of leagues, Kendre Miller. 34% of leagues.
They're splitting 50-50.
So these guys, Tyler Algier especially, y'all, Tyler Algier needs to be rostered. And if for some reason just over 50% at 54%, Michael Carter is out there, and he's still the starter until Trey Benson or James Conner's not coming back. Until Trey Benson comes back, Michael Carter is still out there in 46% of leagues. And so go look for him. Go look for him. Somebody that starts, somebody that gets, like he had 17 touches, I think, last week, or 17 opportunities.
For some reason, you got Rico Dowdle still on the.
Oh God, Rico's been saving my bacon. Y'all. He has been saving my bacon.
Yeah. Okay. So let's play a fun little game. A fun little game that the answer is evident. And Ferg, you might have already heard this fun little game this year. Okay. Who has more rushing yards? Rico Dowdle or Saquon Barkley?
Rico. I believe.
Yep.
I just saw the list.
Sure does.
I saw it.
I think Saquon has 383 and Rico's 450 or something like that.
Saquon has been
429 or something.
Yeah, something like that. It's crazy, you guys, what Rico has done to defenses since he come back, and that bears the point. But I mean,
also living in Charlotte and listening to these people every day. Nothing happens. Chuba gets his job back because
Chuba.
I don't want to hate a lot of money, but the Cowboys and the Dolphins have two of the worst rush defenses in football. So the Jets are god awful, but they do play a little bit of defense. I don't think Dowdle just runs all over these dudes this year. But let's see, Dowdle's at 472. Jonathan Taylor's at 603 already.
Jesus.
Cook at 537. Bijan had a big night last night, so that put him up to 484. Javonte, who nobody saw coming, at 476. And then Dowdle, off of 2 great games, is at 472.
That is unbelievable.
Yeah. I mean, go for 2 something and then 180. I mean, that's just
I doubt if any other running back this year has the Browns and the Jets back to back. I mean, Cowboys and the Jets, Dolphins back to back.
Do you doubt it or do you dowdle it?
I dowdle it.
Yeah, you're welcome. Okay, so right, for sure. Yo, I don't know if y'all seen that TikTok. I guess it's a TikTok. I see it on Instagram. It's these dudes sitting at microphones like right in front of each other, and they're telling each other dad jokes, and they're trying to make the other one laugh.
Trying to make each other not laugh.
Oh yeah.
I was watching that shit yesterday and just like crying, laughing at some of this shit, man. It was so fucking funny.
I didn't tell you guys what I'm doing for I'm be 47 in January, but I already planned my 50th birthday because I'm the kind of person that can take it. I'm going to rent a space, and I have invited all of the people that have known me the longest. I said, roast. Like, no holds barred, do it Tom Brady style. I want to be roasted.
Did you get your invite?
Awesome.
Clint, did you get your invite?
That's awesome.
Yeah,
I didn't get my invite.
You guys want to come roast? It's gonna be. I got my buddy Peter. I've known since kindergarten. I was like, you can, and I lived with him I'm like, you can. I don't care what you say. I was like, let it loose. This because it cracks me up. I think it's hilarious.
That's awesome.
Oh,
that sounds like a great. That sounds like a great way to spend a 50th birthday party.
Are we doing it at the Ravens Stadium?
And my
during draft party
2 weeks after the next inauguration.
God, are we gonna live that long?
I don't know. I don't know after today.
I don't know. I'm gonna live that long.
After seeing the shit that Hegsteth or whatever the fuck his name is was pulling today, it's like
I don't know if I'm gonna live that long. I might be in Jamaica
we execute
by then.
people now just for shits and giggles.
Oh no, it was the fact that he was he said that everything now there was a thing that went out to all major media outlets. Did you guys see this?
I've been trying not to.
If you wanted access to the Pentagon, you had to sign this 17-page.
That was like 2
manifesto.
Weeks ago. He dropped that one.
Oh, was that it? And so nobody has signed it. Jake Tepper put out a really interesting video today, but they so they're essentially saying you have to get cleared. Everything you say that you put out, you have to get cleared by the Pentagon staff. Before it gets printed.
I told you we live in Nazi Germany.
Like
you know what it reminds me of?
All of a sudden, like what the fuck, dude?
Have y'all ever seen Good Morning Vietnam?
Yes, I own that one.
So do you remember when Robin Williams was there at first and he was saying whatever he wanted to, and they were saying, no, you have to go back, you have to hand this piece of paper.
Yeah,
They were just crossing shit out, crossing shit.
Yes.
That's what we live in. And that was Vietnam, you guys. So that's pretty interesting.
It's more liberal back then, actually, I would
that
think.
We're living
I feel like we live
society.
in Fahrenheit 451. That's what it is. Just get rid of books and education, and it's just that's what we live.
That's fair.
This is why I only watch football.
If you guys need to escape, like this is the bubble. We got also
That's not the bubble.
Literally, every time I've bitched to her so far since she's gotten back to me. So like Maryland is like the protected state, except nobody's working right now in the state.
Yeah, because government shutdown and all it's the Democrats' fault, right?
Also, how does this man had 4 shutdowns?
It's the Democrats' fault.
It's Democrats' fault, Lauren.
It's the Democrats' fault.
I don't know if you know, but the liberals are keeping America from going.
Imagine you lose the keys to your house and you tell everybody, I can't get in the house because Jeff lost my keys. I live 6 states
that's exactly what it is.
That's 700 miles.
And if you say it enough times, then people that don't feel like reading or learning how to read believe you.
Do you want to know something great Washington has? You want to know something great Washington has done over the last few years?
Oh, I thought you were going to say the Jeff Jeffrey.
All right.
Yes.
No, so Dan Snyder is no longer the owner of the Washington football team. So, all right. So, anyway, does anybody have anything football-wise to wrap up?
And we're bringing back RFK. We're bringing it back. They're renovating it. Coming back.
Let's hope they call it the Circumcision Stadium.
So real quick though, the thing on RFK was
you're welcome for
I saw the Tibetan Freedom concert there in 1998, but RFK was always better for concerts because there's like a little wooded area, so they could roll tanks of nitrous oxide in and they would roll it out, balloons, and the cops will come and you roll it, and it stopped as soon as we had to go to the Landover. So now I'm like, bring RFK back, dude. 3 more years and the tanks will be ready. I'm excited for it.
Lauren, you're the parlay and gamble master. Tell us if you can find us a bet. This is the bet that I want to
I'm not a good parlay person.
That the Bad Bunny Super Bowl ends up being the most watched Super Bowl in the history of all Super Bowls.
Super Bowl?
Just because. It doesn't even matter who's in the game. It doesn't
you think it's going to go? Well, I mean, so in all fairness, the Super Bowl year over year is usually more watched than the year before. So in all fairness, and that's the case. But as far as like the most watched halftime show, I mean, it would have to compete with Kendrick. So I mean, that would be something.
I think by the time January rolls around, there will be people that don't even watch the Super Bowl that will just turn on the halftime show.
Dude. Okay, so then you know what's going to happen next year is that Whitney Houston or Prince. Prince or Prince.
I will always. What about the Michael Jackson Super Bowl?
Michael Jackson was great.
Was fucking phenomenal.
Dr. Dre was awesome.
I cried. I had like tears.
But see, you know what's going to happen. You know what's going to happen, and the NFL is going to shut down the entertainment, the internet, and the entertainment industry, like because shit's just going to go fucking crazy. Is when next year
first of all,
they decided
channel you're watching football on anymore. Let alone, it's ridiculous.
No, look, they're going to get Taylor Swift to do the halftime show, and the world is going to shut down. The world is going to shut down when that happens.
They ever let her do that? I don't think she'll ever get it. Bruh, it'll be on purpose.
If she ever gets to halftime, you know what it'll be?
I thought Taylor Swift would do the Super Bowl once Travis was gone.
Same.
I don't know.
Once Travis retires, she'll do the very next Super Bowl once Travis retires.
She is up there like
I know what's going to happen.
Nelly
I know what's going to happen. So this is what's going to happen. Jeff Bezos is going to buy the rights to air the Super Bowl on Amazon Prime, and Taylor Swift is doing an hour-long halftime concert
while the game is still going on.
It's all going to be broken up and fucked up reception, just like it is right now. It looks like the 1980s. Yeah.
Jeff Bezos is going to buy the Super Bowl. I got to
rewind my vote for best Super Bowl, though. My favorite Super Bowl, I don't know if it's the best. Favorite Super Bowl Super Bowl halftime show.
Yeah.
Beyonce, Chris Martin, Bruno Mars.
Okay.
I thought that was the best Super Bowl.
I'm not
recently
a huge Beyonce fan, but I love
Kendrick.
Yeah, I get that.
Kendrick was really good.
I'm not a
love
Beyonce guy, but that was a great Super Bowl though.
But nothing
Great
beats
Super Bowl.
Prince in the rain singing "Purple Rain."
Purple
I
Rain.
hate that
I
song.
mean,
though.
bro, that's tough. I don't. It
Lauren,
doesn't
don't
matter
get-
if you hate
don't
that
get
song.
banned from
But
this
Lauren,
Do
when
not
he's
get
sitting there,
banned from this show. Do not get banned.
Sunshine.
And I saw Pearl Jam cover that song in Minneapolis.
Oh,
and
stop.
I'm like, I just can't.
I love
Never.
time out. Lauren,
I
time out.
love Prince too. He's an incredible musician. I just don't
Lauren.
like that song.
Lauren, hold time out. I love that you love music. I love
It's
fucking
just
Pearl
that
Jam.
song.
But don't make me kill you.
I love fucking Pearl Jam. I love
But don't
Pearl
make me
Jam.
kill you. Don't make me kill you though.
It was not a good cover.
Don't make me kill you. So
It was
this
not a
week
good
at my
cover.
job, we had
They felt
employee
like they were in
appreciation.
Minneapolis, so let's do this shit. And I was like, oh God.
We had an employee appreciation day at my job this week, and I sat at a table of varied individuals, some older, some younger, and there was a conversation about music, and somebody said something, and I told them that as a black person, there are 3 things we don't fucking play with. That is Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
We don't fuck around and play with Prince, and we don't play with New Edition. So if you have something bad to say about one of those 3,
guitar,
get out of
as a
here. Get out
guitar
the table.
player, he's he's exceptional
Purple
guitar
Rain.
player. I didn't realize how he could freestyle. I like a couple years ago, I was watching him freestyle. Like that man can play.
It's Purple Rain.
He is incredible. And
His
also,
range is more
Yeah.
than
Purple
any
Rain.
human on the planet.
his purple range.
It is. It's Purple Rain.
His purple range.
So don't-
Purple Rain.
Y'all motherfuckers are too much sometimes. I swear.
You ever see the Jamie Foxx comedy special? Where he be like, "This motherfucker too pretty. Don't look him in the eye."
Too pretty.
It's fucking Prince.
he
Oh,
he
God.
really is though. Like
Y'all.
anytime he's like jumped on stage for the Oscars and shit, you're just
Yeah.
like, oh my God, he's
Or when he
like the
jumped on
class-
stage with Michael Jackson and James
He
Brown.
said-
It's
I love
Prince.
Michael- I love
He said, Lauren,
Michael
don't make
Jackson.
me kill you. Oh.
Don't make me kill you.
Okay, so
It's
after
just
that,
a song.
I think we're done. As always, reminder, I know it's a day earlier.
Tell
than normal,
Samantha I
but
just
take care.
I downgraded your wedding gift just because of that comment you just made right there.
She's gonna be upset.
You are
'cause she's a
now
David
going to
Bowie
receive
Prince
the
fan.
Purple Rain. You are now
The
going to receive the
Purple
Purple Rain
Rain
soundtrack
box
on
set.
vinyl.
On all
vinyl.
forms. Vinyl,
Dude, my
tape,
best friend is
tape track,
obsessed
Blu-ray.
with Prince. I
It's
can't
all
even
on
tell her.
tape.
It's
And
just,
just for good measure, you're going to get a copy of Above the Rim and Love and Basketball. Just
and
just
I
for
also
good.
dislike
And some
Hello. By,
assless chaps
I
for
love
your
Michael
damn
Richards' song
honeymoon.
Hello. There's a couple
All right,
songs
y'all
where
are
I just
funny.
knew it.
All right, so before Ferg has to lose his friendship with Lauren, let's
hate
get
to
out
have
of
to
here.
do
As
like that,
always,
Lauren.
take out your Thursday night players, put them in your regular
Yes,
lineup, take them out of your,
adjust your
give
lineup.
yourself flexibility. And remember, there's 2 Monday night games, and so if people that are injured or are questionable in those Monday night games, put those people in your flex.
Hold on. Let me
Give yourself
rewind
the same
something that we
flexibility
never
on-
say about Monday night. Check the rules to
Okay.
your league because I had no fucking clue Kincaid was going to be out. And in the
Yeah.
league I needed to replace him in, there was no Monday waivers. Only Sunday was
Yeah,
open.
that
So
that,
check the
that was
rules to
last
your
minute
league
too.
and make sure you can pick somebody up if you
Good
have
point,
to.
Ferg.
Yeah.
Good point, Ferg. Good point, Ferg. I appreciate that to end the show. And so until next week, we're doing this on Tuesday. So until next week, I'm Clintonian, the champ for Big Ferg, Lauren, and Who Dat Nation, and we will see you guys next Tuesday.
Release the goddamn files.
Yes, release the files and fuck your team.
Damn.
It is about like you
and
guys
respect
tell the
Prince.
government to hide the files now. Come on, guys. I don't even know. Jeff's gotten me into it now. Like I cannot wait for the file.